Aboriginal Lore? Oh, Bookworm, Steam Achievement. Errungenschaft freigeschaltet. Means achievement unlocked. Oops. The Bunyip. Many ages ago, on a relatively unknown coast, two young men left their village as they did each day. The sun was not merciful, but they had grown accustomed to the heat just as their fathers had. As they ran, the coast became a proving... What? As they ran, the coast became a proving ground for endurance and strength, through the men were evenly matched in speed and spear alike. Before the sun had waxed in intensity, they reached a series of pools, each fringed with plants. They decided to pick some of the more tender sprouts to carry home with them later. It was not long before they tired of the work, and they unanimously agreed that the women would get to the plants later, but it was their duty to mend the nets and rods. They began to arrange their fishing lines with the other village folk and search for bait in the usual spots. Most of them used worms, except for one man who had a piece of meat from his dinner. He cut off a small bit and attached it to the hook. For many hours they fished patiently, though no man received a single bite. The afternoon crept up and the sky turned a brilliant palette of gold and crimson. Just as spirits dwindled, a sharp tug on the line of the man who had placed meat on the rod roused their senses. He could hardly keep his footing, and for a few minutes it seemed as if he must let go or be dragged into the sea with his pride. He cried to his friends to help him, and the men that had been staring with anticipation and awe dropped to their own rods to rush in. Trembling with fright at what could possibly cause such a commotion, they managed to land on the bank a creature that was of no discernible species known to the sea. Calf-like features were evident, but it was neither calf nor seal. A long broad tail protruded from its lower half, and that distinctive aspect alerted the men to precisely what lay before them. They looked at each other in horror, cold shivers running down their spines. There was not a man among them who did know what it was. The cup of the awful Bunyip. From out in the sea, a fearsome wailing rippled across the water. A figure rose from the depths and started towards them, rage flashing in its horrible yellow eyes. "Let it go! The mother comes to claim it!" one shouted at the man, but the captor declared that it had caught it and intended to keep it. Flinging his spear at the mother in objection, he tossed the little Bunyip onto his shoulders and set out for home, paying no attention to the pitiful cries of it or the resenting screams of the mother racing towards him. That guy was kinda stupid. The men turned their heads just in time to see the waters raise up. Waves bent towards them with sensitive intent. For an instant they stood frozen by the wondrous power before them. Looking back in the direction of the Bunyip's cup, they dropped whatever was in their hands and ran, though the man with the young Bunyip was running faster than all. The water was slowly but steadily coming towards them, but the men knew this by the sound. None had the courage to turn his head. The man who had caught the Bunyip's cup tripped and fell, letting out fearful gasps. To their horror, the other men noticed that his hands and feet had become birds' claws. The other men began to stumble, noticing the same fate befalling them. They had all turned into a flock of great awkward flapping creatures at the Bunyip's behest. They attempted to speak, but every man only made a noise they had never heard before. Already the water had risen to the waists of the kidnapper and other villagers. The surface reflected back at him the image of a large black bird, one of many. Each of the fishermen had been turned into swans by the enchantment of the angry mother. Never again would they be men, yet they are still different from other swans. The little Bunyip was carried home by his mother, and soon after the waters returned to their homes as well. The depths where she resides now are now avoided by all who deem their lives a precious commodity, as nobody knows if she may suddenly lash out in retaliation again. In the nighttime, there are those who say they can hear the men talking in a language that is not of any swan, and some even go so far as to claim laughter and conversation. Ooh, spooky! So this just adds to the lore, or I don't know if they can be sold later on. But nevertheless, let's carry on exploring. What's this doing? Ah, this restores my mana. Okay. Here we bury our mortals and bow before our gods. Yeah, this is where I have been actually before. This is the cemetery where we went down. Are those skeletons back? No. So I figured that enemies don't respawn here, which I kinda like. I hate respawning enemies in every form. I just hate them. So that leaves us some time to explore some more. I know we have to go south, maybe. Oh, there's a house there. To the west, the forest ranger's home. To the east, the hollow tree. To the south, village of Matras. Oh, this could be a nice pub for us. What's going on here? Hello, dear lady. Nadia. Just tell me, any problems? Everything is in order, dear? Firm, my husband is inside. I'm so worried about him. He almost broke his leg during one of his stupid hunts. He needs some healing ointment, yes, but I can't go and get it now. I would have to go to my father in his nearby hut, but he knows the old law of herbal medicines. But I must be with my husband, and it's dangerous out there nowadays. I saw some strange creatures roaming around the cemetery last time. Could you please go to my father's hut on the plowland and bring the potion for us, kind adventurer? It would be so wonderful. Yes, of course. Just wait here. Thank you very much, brave warrior. You're our hero. We'll wait for you. Here for your quest, not just potion. See, I told you there will be more side quests. In his nearby hut. So where is his nearby hut? Kill the young archer first. Let's see. Matras plowland. Where are we now? The peninsula. Plowland. I think it was south of the village, right? Not so sure. Cemetery of Matras. Oh, let's try to check it out. Plowland of Matras, yeah. Is this hut there? No. Somewhere? Okay. About the farmer. Where's the farmer? Nadia sent me. Oh, stranger. Our good old farmer disappeared days ago. I saw female archers, maybe Amazons, around the garden when I came home one day, and his house was ravaged like a storm had blown through it. When I tried to clean up around the house, I found a few arrows on the ground too, which were poisoned. My fingers still have pain from touching them. I think they kidnapped or maybe killed our honest farmer, but I can't imagine why. Since that day I am careful not to leave my house for too long. You should watch your step too. Do you know something special about the farmer? No, nothing. Just that he's very talented in some garden plants and animals. Knows everything about them and made some experiments with producing a new type of plant. He even writes books about conducting cures and about rare animals. Maybe that's a connection between him and the archers, but why? I don't know. Anything special? Okay, so he was kidnapped by Amazons, but... Maybe let's go back to this girl. maybe she knows something about the archers. So you have gone to my father's hut on the plowland and you brought the medicine for my husband? I was there, but he had disappeared. What? Are you sure? Oh gods of the sky, one problem after another. Please find him. Okay. I wonder... Okay, I think we should go back to this village. Ah, I can't pass here. What's this? Abandoned pier. Interesting. There's nothing here. Looks like a teleporter or some kind, or a moon gate to say it Ultima style. Okay, where were they again? Okay, down there. Okay, to the south now. You don't have anything to say, right? I found maybe there's some proof lying around here somewhere. Think so. They should be living in the forest, I guess, but I'm not too sure. Well, so I will most basically stay here now and end this part for now. We have made quite some progress, at least. Yes, was not too bad. We could improve a little bit more on the equipment we have. Gold-wise, we are doing kind of well. And yes, new armor would be good. Cheap scale is not too nice, but yeah. I mean, I could sell the crown. Would like to buy a new hat. Maybe, yeah, something of everything. Okay, so yeah, I think this should be it for today. Yeah, 2.5 hours approximately of gameplay. Not too bad. Next time, yes, we will go on doing the quest An Artist Potion. Look for the Amazons who kidnapped the old farmer. Yes, her father and farmer as well. Yeah. So, yeah, I hope you liked it a bit again. I really enjoy playing this game, I must admit. So, thank you guys for watching. And until next time, bye-bye.